Woody Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans. I get today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for World Trigger Chapters 249 through 251. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we're at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. Considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botch localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we cover in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a Stacked Spring anime season that has just begun and more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So we're getting into the next day of the test up in here. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to be getting today. So without further ado, let's get to it. Here we go. We got a rule change coming. Check it out. So the additional rules now here are total squad budget increase from 12,000 to 18,000, and victory could previously be achieved by a margin of 2,000 points or more. The requirement is now 3,000 points or more. Gotta love inflation. Let's see. What economic strategy did Osamu devise? The squad budget is 1.5 times what it was yesterday, huh? Blah. We pretty much saw this coming, though. All right, let's get this thing started. And this chapter is titled The Wave Mission Test, Part 41. And this is at 2:30 p.m. Suicide Squad 7's strategy meeting. You want to take it from here, Makumo? Sure. We'll be taking the same general approach to these battles as yesterday while predicting our opponent's counter strategies and adding a few additional units in response. So, Operation Big Bug Army just like yesterday? Exactly. Oh, okay. Based on our major wins yesterday, we can expect the other squads to show up with counters to our snipers and range tactics. If so, then the real roadblock for us will be defense-oriented units propped up as mobile shields that can withstand our snipers' assaults. Too tough, yeah. And since we've purposely got a low ammo budget, damage sponges like that will soak up all our shots till they run dry. Right. So for those defensive enemies, we'll use this unit here. Oh my god, this unit is fucking hideous. Yikes, what's that freaky thing? Exactly. A unit that specializes in countering those tanks. Okay, but why is it gotta be so creepy? Well, we want those bulky tanks coming after these guys, so I purposefully designed them to set off alarms. A shady character. Oh my god, sort of like what Utagawa and Ninomiya squads did yesterday. Yes, that is smart. Okay. However, my personal budget allowance isn't high enough for this one. So you'll need to take the reins, Katori. Ugh. Seems like a pain to create. It's simple, really. I'll explain in a bit. How to make a Radman. Okay, so you take the 6-legged template and add additional armor, which is level 0. Mold the additional armor a bit and lock in place. Switch the main body to the bipedal template and slim down the main body. And then all done. As for its stats, they should be geared toward a Vital Strike build. Wait, a Vital Strike being? Sure, that Hail Mary skill. When an enemy unit is damaged, there is a set chance the target will be instantly destroyed regardless of damage amount. That's the one. So we got the attack rating of Asteroid and pour all those saved stats into the Vital Strike skill instead, leaving it with basically no standard firepower. Those bulky tanks can withstand over 20 regular shots anyway, so we might as well rely on the low chance of an insta-kill instead. too tough, too tough. What a wall, a 10% of chance of death, and then there's the vital strike. Well, sure, if that lucky hit is happening 1 in every 10 times, that seems like the better option by far. It's not that simple, actually. The odds of rolling that 1 in 10 any number of times across a set of 10 attempts is actually only 65%. That low? Dang, you really should play more video games, Oki. Speaking of, why isn't this game on Switch? Like, seriously. Basically, you want to save our sniper ammo for other enemy units, so against the tanks, you're willing to gamble with this thing? More or less, yes. That said, I'm concerned about our defense, so I'd like to make Sua's units bulkier and use them to defend these new ones. Well, sounds good to me. We're mostly sticking to what we did yesterday, nice and simple. However, Vital Strike comes with a downside. Really? It does? Its Achilles heel is shields. What? Shields? Why? Refer to the activation requirement. It can only proc when an enemy unit is damaged. Let's see. I ran a number of tests yesterday, and I found that it can. It's supposed to be protect. Fizz, I fucking hate you for doing that. Why? Why can't you just put protect in there? Oh my god. I found that it can protect against additional armor. Vital Strikes activates armor, but never against deployed shields. Because I was like, what the fuck is proc? But yeah, it's protect. Okay. Like, it took me a second. I'm sorry. Vital Strikes doesn't activate the shield. Right, because the additional armor is part of the unit itself, but shields don't work the same way. Well, that does seem to be the rule. So, what's the point then? We saw plenty of shields in use yesterday. Your creatures will attack, creatures attack will just be weak pot shots against shields, which makes this even more of a gamble with bad odds. More evidence went into my thought process, though. What can we say about additional armor? It's budget friendly, it's tough, and it's one and done. Shields, on the other hand, can be used to guard allies and can be recreated once shattered. That's all in theory, of course. But in yesterday's matches, many units got destroyed as soon as their shields broke. Barely any of them bothered setting up new shields altogether. Well, that's true. So if creating new shields isn't so viable, why not opt for cheap and sturdy additional armor? I'm betting more squads will be thinking that going into today. Well, that's my prediction anyway. Still relying on what our opponents decide. That covers the downside of this strategy. What else you got? One more minor tactic, actually. Recall that even when you max out the stats of the jamming skill, the effects only last for 2 turns, right? But say we have one unit use jamming on turns 1 and 2, and another doing it on turns 2 and 3. That way, we've got continuous uninterrupted jamming. Yeah, okay, I see where you're going with this. Oh, like a jamming relay. Yes, exactly. The squads that lost to us yesterday are likely to be wary of an ambush on turns 1 and 2. Phew, okay, no more ambushes, right? So we'll have the leg up on them if we can keep our units hidden for an additional turn past those first 2. Think again, buddy. Using your experiences yesterday against him, eh? Yep, yes. Well, yeah, in this kind of thing, you have to think a step ahead. Given our squad loadout, the jamming tactic is more budget-friendly option than equipping each unit with radar stealth. Ooh, so full stealth. Well, you know what? That to me makes sense because full stealth would probably cost a lot. Whereas jamming, because jamming is, you don't need that much compared to like going full stealth. It doesn't require as much. Yeah, I could see that being low cost. Cool. All these tactics should be plenty. So let's loosen up and get through these matches. Aye, sure. Yay! A bit over 2 hours later at the HQ management desk, the first 5 of today's special simulation matches are done, and the 6th is underway. On top of the charts is Murakami's squad with 600 points, and Sua's squad is in second place with 450 points. Let's see. Yeah, because Utagawa squad has like 100. Utagawa and Oji's squads have 180. Kakizaki's and Kitazoe's squads and Mizukami's squad, they all have 330. Then Kurama's squad has 180. And Kodera's and Wakabura's squads both have 210. And then Inumiya's squad has 300. And Murakami's squad is 600. Dude. Murakami's squad is just totally destroying everybody. Oh my god. After those two, the runners-up are Kakizaki, Kitazoe's, and Mizukami's squad. On the whole, more of the squads place emphasis on knowledge and counter strategies today rather than out-of-the-box thinking. We're seeing a number of them employing similar tactics. Among them, Murakami's is looking pretty capable to me. Besides, there's still time for movement in the ranks. Any thoughts, Chief Kiriyama? Well, I'm just happy the Triad Soldier creator tools are all in working order. We're not seeing any major bugs, so my people are feeling pretty good feeling good right about now. Chief Kiriyama, I believe that Director Kinuda was asking your opinion on how the exam is proceeding. Kido, my man, well, that's a big ask for a simple tech guy like me. Stick me in this formal setting all you like, but I still don't have any slick insights the way Masa and Taku do. And this is Ryoji Kiriyama, the chief engineer and former border member, and he's like 48. Dude, that is a rough 48. Masa, yeah, there's Masa and Taku. Kiriyama, please. Wait, sorry, I fucked this up. Kiriyama, please. Sorry about that. I guess it's Director Shinoda in this setting, eh? You'll be supervising the upcoming away mission, so of course we'd appreciate your opinion. Come on, Izuki, supervising? I won't be doing much, really. That'll mostly be Soya and Maki. Fine. Oh, he got the look. Uh-oh. Fine. Let me see. I'm guessing Murakami's squad will hold on to its lead and emerge on top today. Unlike yesterday, they've all got a solid pool of tactics to be thinking about now, so those working with actual brain power are bound to have the advantage. True enough, but compared to the other squads, Murakami's squad has perhaps spent too much time on counter strategies for the special sims. An inefficient approach considering their other assignments. Sure, efficiency counts Sure, efficiency counts for something, but knowing when to toss efficiency out the window can be a strength at times. That is very, very true. Like, sometimes there's going to be a moment in a fight where you got to say, fuck efficiency. You got to focus on the strength. But I suppose you're right. That can be a hard call to make. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Suwa Squad, which didn't waste much time on strategizing for today. When you pit raw effort against raw effort, the stronger side comes out on top, yeah? So instead, Suwa opted to work smarter, not harder, by scheming and making use of Mikumo's creative thinking. Imagine investing a bunch of time and energy into these sims only to lose. Oh my god, what an ass! At least this strategy avoids that disappointment no matter what. Reminds me of Mizukami Squad's basic strategy. Come to mention it, yeah. Anyhow, there you go. Thank you. Director Kinuda, any updates on the combat phase of the exam? We're nearly done testing the additional rule. Not that it was ever going to be a problem. There are also a few revisions to the rules on the whole, and those should go off without a hitch. Good to hear. Are you talking about the new rule suggested by Captain Suwa and Katora about putting operators on the field of battle? Branch Chief Rindo and Jim are highly enthusiastic about that one. But to be entirely honest, I'm not really sure. I understand the sentiment. No, I'm all for it. Feels like a forward-thinking move to make our non-combatants more capable of emerging from the ship. I fucking agree with that. Everyone that goes on this mission should be trained for combat. They should. Like, at least the minimum training for combat. Because you never know when they're going to need to be on the field. So, come now, Sawamura. I'm only thinking of the crew's safety. Well, the away missions up to now have been pretty short, but this upcoming one's going to be a long haul, yeah? Keeping folks locked in the ship could give them cabin fever. Exactly what I was thinking. There are still aspects of this that I'd like to test first, but I'd appreciate your approval in the meantime, despite your doubts. Yes, of course. Forget I said anything. Well, by the way, Commander Kido, will we be proceeding with the final special assignment? Given the agents we're working with, it shouldn't have much of an effect on the combat phase of the exam. So yes, proceed as planned. Very well. The results of the 6 match are in. So the record so far for Suwa Squad is 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 1 break. Ugh, that sucks. We almost had him. It's a draw. Just like Mikumo predicted, a bunch of squads came prepared with defensive tanks, and that Vital's strike skill is hitting them where it hurts. I say, maybe we were just getting lucky. Our tactics worked well in the first half, giving us more wins than I expected, but in the latter half, our squad suffered 3 losses back to back. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, that took a drastic turn. There were too many defensive units equipped with shields. This is about what I expected, given the odds. well, every squad approaching things its own way. So this was kind of inevitable. Next one, come on, right. But the next match made it very clear that our losing streak wasn't just a matter of probabilities. So this is versus Murakami Squad 10 in turn 2. Hang on. Ooh, are they actually sturdy tanks looking like that? Our snipers should pick other targets. Keep wasting shots and we'll run out of ammo. Got it. Turn 3. Wait, we had it wrong. There's an attacker in the mix that looks identical to the tanks. That is sneaky! That was smart! Same tactic Kid is always squad used yesterday. Don't judge based on appearances. Pay attention to how they move. So they're close range attackers in sniper skins. Turn 4. Yeah, oh, that one's a tank too? They anticipated how we'd react. See, you gotta think, like, this is like 3D chess or 4D chess that's being played here. And whereas here, yeah, this whole thing, let's be real, in terms of these sims, and the line of thinking going into this, you gotta think of it as like 4D chess. You gotta be like multiple steps ahead of your opponent. There we go. Ooh, Vital Strike. Their guys are also running a Vital Strike build. They had the same thought we did. Of course, I really messed up. From the match's start to finish, we fell behind due to a barrage of precise, effective tactics until we were down by over 3,000 points, leading to a loss. Man, they countered everything we threw at them. Damn! So Murakami beat the Suwa squad 8,889 to 5,816. Dude, they destroyed them. I'm sorry, my strategy wasn't great after all. Why do you say that? Strategy wasn't the problem for us. It's Murakami Squad's fault. The squads that faced Murakami Squad before us came packing shields as a counter to the Vital Strike strategy. Vital Strikes, that's your play, huh? Versus Vital Strikes, we're ready this time. So we never stood a chance. Oh, so the match order is to blame. Yeah. Thing is, there's nothing you could do about match order. It's just another factor in the overall gamble, which is true. No, the real issue is, once you know about Vital Strikes, it's incredibly simple. It's pretty simple to counter it. I should have expected other squads to adopt the same tactic and then chosen a strategy that wasn't quite so easy to counter. We still got one match left, so if you want to beat yourself up, do it after we're done. Right, sorry. So match 11 versus Utagawa squad 1. This opponent didn't come prepared to counter Vital Strikes, so our hidden snipers were the deciding factor. This victory went just as planned. Nice, nice. This was a big win. 4 wins should put us near the top of the pack, right? So they have 4 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Well, that depends on how well the others did. And with that, day 6's work hours were over. That was fast. We've got the final scores for today. Ooh, we tied for 4th in the Sims. Not bad. We're ahead of Mizukami's and Kadera squads, which is good enough for me. So basically, Murakami is still winning with 6 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws for 960 points. Damn, they're really destroying the Sim. Second place is Miya squad 8 with 4 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws for 690 points. Third place is Wakamura squad with 4 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws for 660 points. And there's a tie for 4th place with Karama Squad 5 and Suwa Squad 7, both getting 4 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw for 630 points. And then 6th place is Kadera Squad with 3 wins, 2 losses, 5 draws for 600 points. And there's a tie for 7th place with Kakizaki Squad and Kitazoe Squad with 3 wins, 3 losses, and 4 draws for 570 points. And then there's another tie for with Utagawa Squad 1 and Mizukami Squad 9 with 3 wins, 4 losses, and 3 draws for 540 points. And last place is OG Squad 2 with 2 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws for 420. All right, I wish I had a vape. I do, because I would be totally taking a hit right now. But there's not much of a spread aside from Murakami soaring to the top. 4th place and 9th place are only about 100 points apart. Today sure was a red letter day for Murakami squad. It's the overall rankings that really matter, though, especially since we spent more time on the homework than the Sims. True. Let's take a look. So, ooh, we're still second overall, same as yesterday. Meanwhile, Murakami squad jumped to up to 4th. Hang on, how many points below 1st place were we yesterday? So, whoa. Okay, so this is on March 22nd for the sealed environment phase current rankings at 7 p.m. So first place is Murakami Squad with 10,854 points. Then second place is Suwa Squad 7 with 10,228 points. And then third place is Kadera Squad with 9,825 points. Damn, it drops up. Like, that was already a drop between second and third, but damn, the drop is getting, well, yeah, then there's another big drop between third and fourth because Murakami Squad 10 has 9,695 points. Then the Kitazoe Squad is in fifth place with 9,595 points. Sixth place is Inomiya Squad with 9,412 points. And in seventh place is Utagawa Squad with 9,315 points. And then there's another big drop here. With eighth, with Wakamura Squad with 9,187. And then another big drop to 9th, 10th, and 11th, because ninth place, Kurama Squad has 8,995 points. Oji Squad is in 10th with 8,787 points. And 11th is Kakizaki Squad with 8,702 points. Damn! Yesterday the gap was 900 points, and today it's just 626. Not to be confused with Stitch. All right, so that gap shrunk a bunch. In the big picture, oh my God. In the big picture, we're still on track, and making those gains with so little time invested should give us a passing grade for The Sims. Thanks, glad to hear it. Whoa, what the heck? What now? Look at the rankings just for today. Wakamura Squad is out for blood. Oh, shit. Oh, you're not wrong, dude. Wakamura has 1,920 points. And then there's a huge drop to Suwa's for second for Suwa's Squad, which is 1,440. And then Murakami is in third with 1,343. And then there's another drop with Ninomiya Squad, 1,254. And fifth place is Kitazoe Squad, 1,239. And then, damn, it drops again to for sixth and seventh because Kadera Squad in sixth has 1,180 points. Mizukami Squad in seventh has 1,146 points. And then the remaining are in the 1,000. So Kurama Squad's in eighth with 1,076 points. Utagawa Squad is in ninth place with 1,058 points. And and they're within 1 point with, I'm talking about Kakizaki Squad and Oji Squad are like 1 point within each other. Like with Kakizaki at 1,010 and Oji's at 1,009. Almost 500 points more than us? How they manage that? Well, they didn't fare much better than us in The Sims, so the only explanation is those points must have come from the delegated assignments. Well, maybe they were making progress on the homework stuff after hours just like us and saved it all up before doing a bulk submission today? That could be it. Everyone's putting in the effort, huh? Well, either way, we're not changing tack. Dinner crew, you know what to do. Up and at 'em. Woohoo! We gotta put in some overtime. Got it. Huh? Problem, Katori? The door to the food pantry won't open! Oh, shit, what? A disastrous situation. All right, let's get to 250. Which is titled The Away Mission Test, Part 42. Let's see. An emergency has occurred. The door won't open? Yeah, it's stuck. And all of them, it is. How do we usually open it? It should open automatically with the touch, and it closes on its own as long as nobody's inside the pantry. So, are we thinking the door is actually busted? It's possible, but I'm not so sure. Yes? Hello? Oh, Kadera. And before you ask, I'm not calling for a favor or whatever. Just wondering if you've run into any trouble. I see. You too, I take it? Too, huh? Same on your end, I guess. That's all I gotta know. Message received. Indeed. Please let me know if you learn more. Maybe if I feel like it. Later. Okay, this has got to be a special assignment or something. Huh? Part of the test? Really? If it were just us, that'd be a tough call. But since it's happening to others, it's no accident. Plus, real technical difficulties would have prompted the management to say something. True. So they want us to tough it out without food on the final day? Look, I can't even sleep if I'm hungry. Hold on. Without proper meals and rest, our triumph reserves won't be replenished. Worst case, we'll find ourselves unable to use the laptops, which means we won't be able to work on the rest of the assignments. Just like 4 Eyes on the first day. it put us in a not so great state for the upcoming combat phase too. That sells it. They must be implying that we gotta fix the door. Pretty sure there's a toolbox in the laundry room. I'll go take a look. Sounds good. So, what if we can't fix it? Are we fasting? Well, the selection test enters its diet arc. Oh no, the selection test enters its diet arc is bad. No, if worse comes to worse, we could just break it down, right? The door, I mean. Break it? This is back at Kakizaki Squad. Dude, yeah, why not? I think about it. This whole test is simulating a mission in a spaceship, and those ships should have an engineer or two along for the ride. But since clearly nobody's coming to fix our pantry door, maybe we're supposed to assume all the engineers got wiped out. Dead and dusted. Whoa, it's dark as right. Or even if they're not dead, something else could be keeping them from helping. And since the ship is powered by our Tryon, access to food is way more important than respecting the integrity of the measly door in this scenario. When you put it that way, given the premise here, maybe they're telling us to try fixing it? Yeah. At least knowing we can break down the door as a last resort makes this easier to cope with. True enough. Might as well try to fix it then. Taichi's idea could be plan B. Fair enough. Now in OG Squad, I could probably fix this. Yeah! You that confident, OG? Well, some of the delegated assignments involved similar circuitry, and we've got the tools and spare parts, so yeah. Does the door operate via Tryon? Looks like it. Give me an hour. If that doesn't work, we could think up another approach. Okay. We always end up leaving the brainy stuff to OG. Sorry we can't contribute. I'm only sorry we can't contribute. Nah, I don't feel bad. Like OG said, we're better off showcasing our actual strengths. I agree with that. Especially in terms of like engineering and stuff like that. That's very, very important for an away mission. As long as we put our hearts into what we're the best at, that should be good enough. Not like we have much of a choice. Right. We'll pitch in however we can when the time comes. If I were them, I would watch what OG's doing. I would. And maybe assisting him if needed. But I would totally be taking notes on what OG's doing. The combat phase is when we'll prove our mettle. I sure hope it works out that way, please. I love that Akoma is basically telling that to us. Akoma, you good? The fourth wall break. Yes. Murakami Squad, the lack of correspondence from the management tells me that we can fix this problem by ourselves. Agreed. After coming this far, I doubt that the higher-ups would be trying to ruin the entire exam, unless we shouldn't be basing our decisions solely on what makes sense for the management, except that you're right from a meta perspective. The combat phase is coming up, after all. The wiring is simple enough at a glance. This layout might have shown up in the assignments. I love that they're putting, this is why it's important to do these assignments, and not have like someone just do all of them. Because, yeah, you might actually learn something. Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing this circuit diorama. Now, where was it? I'll grab the tools. See, I like this. I like that they're working together. That's what they should be doing. Tsutsumi and Kamagi, you're on dinner duty once we crack this door open. You bet. Meanwhile, in Karama's squad, why are you taking pics? Because we're about to tinker with this mess. I like the way he's thinking. Is to get pictures of the circuitry and just in case they fuck something up. So yes, I understand the sentiment here. I think especially for something like this, I agree with what he's doing. We'll want a record of how I like this. We'll want a record of how we fiddled around to give the engineers an easier time later on. Oh, look at you, Yuba, so thorough. I like the way he's thinking. That's smart. Sounds like Ko and his people have a non-working door too. That's a relief. This must be part of the test from the top brass. Sounds likely. Yeah, Yuba's going to be getting a lot of points for, like, taking pictures of the circuitry. Think you can repair it, Yuba? Yeah, it looks like just like the stuff in the reference docs. And if this is a pop quiz, all the more reason for me to repair the hell out of this. Make it snappy. We'll need time to actually make dinner. Don't gotta tell me twice. Meanwhile, in the monitor room, after reaching day 6, nobody's even remotely flustered by this. Seems like every squad will be having dinner tonight one way or the other. Suwa Squad settled on just breaking down the door since it's faster. Team break it down. There's team break it down if necessary, and team try to fix it. Like 4, 7, and 11 are team break it down. Oh my god, now I want a Slurpee. And then the teams that are on team break it down if necessary are 1 and 3, and then team try to fix it is 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Even when fixing the door would probably earn them more points. Has Asuma lost his touch? Rather than waste precious time repairing the door, why not have dinner sooner and leave more hours for overtime on the homework? I bet that was his thought process. How about you, Konami? Would you buckle down and try to fix it? My best attempt would probably break it even worse. Thought so. Out of everyone who opted to repair the door, the ones who will come out ahead are likely Yuba and Arafune. The higher-ups are more likely to reward those who take into account the aftermath of the repair job. Yep, this seems right up their alley. Despite looking awfully knowledgeable about this stuff, Hyosei opted not to try fixing it. Maybe the tools and components are too different than what he's used to. He has made major contributions with the delegated assignments, after all. I could just picture that insufferably smug look on his face. And since Hyosei crushed those Triumph-related problems, Yuma probably did well in that section too, right? Good point. Let's see. Oh, not as good as Hyosei, but Yuma did make decent headway. Maybe it took him a while to realize there was a whole section on Trion engineering. I bet he'll do even better tomorrow, point-wise. Yeah. So this is for Utagawa Squad 1 score breakdown for individuals as of 7 p.m. on March 22nd. So Utagawa has 100 points. Shiki has 100 points. Urashima has 70 points. Kuga has 170. Damn, Kuga! And Tomo has 65. And for the evaluation by rank, by A rank, and I'm going to go in order starting with Utagawa. It's 15. And Shiki and Urashima got 7 points each. Kuga got 18 points. Damn. And Tomo got 11. So the final scores are 115, 117, 77, 188, and 76. There's no question that Kuga is going to be on this mission. The A-rankers gave Yuma some serious pointage, even more so yesterday. He was central to his squad's battle sim operation, and he's been making a concerted effort to help out Shiki however possible. I bet Nasu would weep tears of joy seeing that. Well, yeah, because by the time they reached the combat phase, Utagawa Squad 1 had better have done something to calm Shiki's nerves. Looks to me like Yuma is making strides towards that. Back in Utagawa Squad, I'm not sure if it's really my place to ask, but Sayako, why do you have a hard time talking to boys? You want to know why? Well, oh god, this is going to be good. Well, I could hardly remember ever not being this way. The way I am, I mean. I'm not sure there's an exact reason why. Actually, well, maybe it did, all start with that. But then I'd have to explain the other things. Don't sweat it, don't sweat it. Not trying to dredge anything up. Do you two believe in astral projection? Astral projection? Oh my god. Well, they learned Sayako's secret? Well, let's get to 251 and find out. By and this chapter is titled Sayaka Shiki. By astral projection, you mean like your soul leaving your body? Not my entire soul exactly. First, I cover one eye like this, and then suddenly I'm seeing out of my right eye, and that's the only part of me I'm moving around. Just your eye? The way I picture it is that a ghostly form of me with only my right eye has left my body, and I can maneuver it around however I want. Do you two know what that sensation feels like? Not in the least. Right now, Utagawa is cutting some carrots, and Urashima is stir-frying chicken. God, I'm hungry. She's right. Can your ghost move through walls and stuff? No, it's not nearly that useful. It can't, to me, it sounds like more like peripheral vision than anything else, but it can't pass through walls or fly up into the air. Plus, it moves quite slowly, and it can't affect other objects. Not to mention, it can't squeeze through any space narrower than my head. I guess this all sounds too crazy to believe, huh? You must doubt me. No, I believe you. I know you're not lying, Sayako. Oh, but what's your astral projection got to do with the other thing? Well, what happened was I told my classmates in elementary school about my ghost, and they all called me a big liar. I'm not lying. I could really see stuff that way. She's totally lying. No way that's even possible. It's true. Don't even joke. Here's an idea. See that big apartment building over there? I live on the first floor. Here's what you'll do, Shiki. Tonight around 8, make your ghost travel from your house and spy on me at home. The question is, what am I having for dinner? Tomorrow we'll find out if you're telling the truth, okay? Okay. She's sticking to her story. It's impossible, I'm telling you. Taking a pic? Why? Well, just playing along with one of my kids at school. This'll serve as proof. She can do it! Oh my god! Kids really do say the darndest things, huh? Still, their zany tall tales can be cute. Tomorrow I'll fill her in ahead of time so it'll seem like she was telling the truth. But she's telling the truth! So last night what I had for dinner was spaghetti. What's this all about? Don't worry about it. Wow, you got a talent for good guesses, Shiki. Go on, then what kind of spaghetti? With tomato sauce. You ate it with your wife, the lady with long hair. I had no way of knowing at the time that woman was not... He was cheating on his wife! Oh my god! That woman was not, in fact, my teacher's wife. Oh, snap! His wife was very pregnant, so she was staying with her parents. Yikes! Oh no! The whole faculty heard him! Heard her say it! Oh my god! That's so hilarious! I'll never forget the look he gave me. You must never tell those sort of silly lies. Got that? Oh, he knew he was busted! Whoa! Anyway, not long after, he ended up being transferred to another school. Ever since... He couldn't handle that shit! Ever since then, whenever I talk, I find myself worrying that I'll say something weird or wrong. I think I especially have a hard time with men who are older than me. Woo! Yeah, I could see that. And I fully realize that this entire story is probably coming off as absolutely bizarre. But you clearly didn't do anything wrong, Shiki. You just got dragged into someone's scandal. Seriously. Yeah, for sure. Plus, your side effect sounds super handy. Wait, side effect? You mean the things Kikuchi Hara and Murakami can do? Yeah, which is there's enhanced hearing and enhanced sleep learning. Even among side effects, this sounds like a really rare one. What's probably going on is that you're extending a thin strand. Oh, okay. Is that you're extending a thin strand of Trion along the ground, and the tip of it can detect light, all without any external equipment. Ooh, okay. Yeah, like that makes sense. It's. I keep forgetting we're in World Trigger right now. So yeah, having to be Trion makes a lot of sense. And holy shit, that ability is useful. That is useful for stealth missions. Woman, why were you I understand why she's kind of keeping it a secret because of trauma, but it's like, dude, if the top brass knew about your ability, damn straight they're gonna bring you on missions. Hopefully, well, obviously they're gonna know now because of the cameras and stuff. But yeah, like if I were the upper brass, I'd be like, dude, she could do that. That's fire. Bring her. We need her for stealth missions. Have you told anyone else about this? Just my squad. I'm worried other people would think it's creepy. If I were you... See, even they said it too! If I were you, I'd inform the big bosses. They'd probably appreciate the new options it would give them. It could totally come in handy on defense missions. Yes! See? Kuga and I are on the same page. Dinner's almost ready. Clear the table. Sure thing. Whoa, that's totally the coolest thing of all time. I'm going to astral project too. You can't tell anyone about this, Akane. Maybe I should. Well, the upper brass are watching you, so they know now. Kadera Squad 6. I wonder if she could... I don't think she could use this ability in the simulations. I don't think so. Because I was going to be like, dude, she could use that in the simulations. That would be fire, but I don't think she can. All done, hopefully. Ooh, worked like a charm. We figured it out. Awesome. Thanks for that. Wow, good work. If nothing else, we avoided the worst case scenario. Yeah, if we'd run dry on Trion, we'd be left unable to submit all the assignments we already finished. Realizing that the malfunction was in fact just another special assignment allowed us to stay calm and finish the job. In a sense, we kind of have Sua to thank. I suppose so. Yeah, you do. Give me more intel. Come on, Rakuda. I'm your sous chef today. Right, of course. Time to make dinner. I appreciate it, Kitora. No more matches between squads tomorrow. What's left of this competition will be decided on our ability to get this work done, plus our battle tactics. There's just one factor I'm uneasy about. All fixed. Now we're in Mizukami Squad. Speaking of, I'm sorry. We're just moving to Mizukami Squad 9. All fixed. Impressive. No surprise there. You saved our bacon. Thank you so much. With only 1 day left of the sealed... There's only 1 day left. Holy shit. With only 1 day left of the sealed environment phase, we have a 600-point lead over the second place squad and a 1,000-point lead over the one in third place. Bearing any completely unforeseen twist, we have this in the bag. And no more PAL sims as of tomorrow. Still, Wakamura Squad did close the gap by almost 800 points today. You're right about that. I wonder how they secured all those points. there doesn't seem to be any funny business with the sim score, so process of elimination leaves the delegated assignments. What if even once the daily labor hours are over, they're finding time to do more work on the assignments? Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Maybe they stockpile completed material before handing in a whole bunch today? But how? Considering we could only view the assignments during those designated labor hours, nothing to it. Could just take pics of or screenshots of the homework questions. Of course, that must be it. Still, as the squad in first, we got a 1,600-point lead over Wakamura. No matter how big a heap of homework, finished homework they've been saving up, there ain't no way they'll suddenly whip out double what they did today. Oh, you say that now, right? And we can also devote our full attention to the delegated assignments tomorrow. Nah, Wakamura squad ain't on my radar. Not them, anyhow. This looks scrumptious. Thank you both for cooking. Dude, I'm so hungry. What's wrong? Something in there you can't stand? No. I got a proposal for y'all that I'm mulling over. What is Captain Mizukami's next plan? What is it? But dude, so we're finally almost done with this arc. Oh my god, we're fucking almost done. The end is in sight. Oh my god, I'm so happy we're almost done with this arc. But damn, I love Sayako's secret. Like, that shit is fire. Woman is a dumbass for not telling the brass soon enough about it. But yeah, like now that the brass does know, they're gonna probably use her on this mission. There's no doubt in my mind she's gonna be on this mission just because of that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think and what you guys think of the scores. And what do you guys think? Not just that, but what do you guys think about this test that they have here, where they got to fix the door to the pantry? I think it's genius. It is. Like, for me to learn something, I'm one of those people that has to. I gotta observe it happening. I gotta observe that. Like, I'm more. That's the word I'm looking for. An observational learner. I am. Yeah, I could read the instructions till the cows come home, but I gotta see it in action. I have to see like the instructions in action. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna get it. And that's what we're getting here with this is with the door. And you know, as they were saying in a couple, I think it was like in 249, having oh my god, having the operator learning basic combat would be a good idea. Yeah, I agree with that. Just like with, and not just with that, but like I would think it would be a good idea, and I think that's part of the purpose of this test, especially like the homework assignments, is to learn about the place that you're in, like learn how it works and all that. That's kind of important, especially for emergencies like this. So I'm really glad that this element is here too. I am. And that the homework assignments weren't just for show, that it actually is being applied. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think of how this exam is going. I really like it. I like how they're handling the exams. It's actually pretty smart. Or do you think and what do you guys think about the proposal of the operators being trained so in case of an emergency, they could go out on the field as well? I think that should just be standard, period. If I remember correctly, I think that's what the standard is for the military, even if you're like at a desk job in the military, is you have to at least go through basic training. So I think the operators should be at least going through basic training. I think so. They need to know how to fight in case the worst happens, which is everyone's killed and the neighbors come to the ship and they have to defend the ship. Like that, I totally understand that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more World Trigger content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.